Welcome to Beardy, Bruce Lee Central.
Right.
Are there any guys, for example, Steven Seagal, maybe Kurt Russell, who you'd love to see in Part 3?
I would love to see a Steven Seagal in Part 3. He should lose some weight. So no, joke on the side.
Yeah.
So he can be a little more fast.
He's put on the pounds.
Yeah. I met the guy a few times. He's a nice guy. Doesn't like me much.
I
like him a lot. Good guy. Good charisma. He's got something special on the screen. I would love to see him there. Yeah.
Why doesn't he like you?
Van Damme. Do you know Van Damme?
No.
You've heard of him? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's start with him, Stephen. What do you think of his work? As a martial artist first.
Can we change the subject?
Well, I mean, because, like, you guys go back to the martial arts world before you were movie stars, right? I mean, he was like a champion somewhere, and, right, I mean, you...
Well, I mean, I just promised all my mentors that I was going to be a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's a matter of opinion, that he was a champion anywhere. You know? And I mean, I'm not being catty or anything. I wish the guy all the best. But there are an awful lot of people who say that that's not true.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is a karate and kickboxing champion from Europe. Van Damme fought at the highest level of karate and kickboxing in the 70s and 80s, before getting into acting. Steven Seagal never competed in any martial art, while Van Damme won several European championships in karate and kickboxing with an almost flawless record, before retiring. Van Damme would defeat Seagal in a real fight with ease.
Really gifted on a physical point of view, and I became a big fan of martial arts. But then I was with my father on vacation. I was 13 years old, and he took me many years in Menton. And then a couple of years later, the Jimmy Dean of Asia came in. That's why I call him, because he was bigger than life. And I was in a city called Menton. It's a city just between, it's the last city between France, in the south of France, and Italy. And he took me to a theater, and being with your father, watching a movie about martial art, and I saw that guy on the screen who was like a phenomenon, because he was the first Asian figure in the martial art world who was well built physically, who did have amazing presence, and I was just amazed by his movement, by his way of moving, by his way of communicating with the audience. His fresh style of doing those moves was handsome. It was just the perfect weapon for me to go even further. Understand something, after sorts of a goal for me, an achievement to become better and better. So basically it was like kind of my mentor. Of course, my teacher, my friends were there with me. They were like training with me. My teacher was my mentor, but Bruce Lee was somebody who was far away, but close to my heart to become what I became today. He was also powerful on the screen in terms of acting, but also in terms of fighting. He was not doing the hap, 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 hap. He was just like that explosion. That's something very unique, which you can see some traces of it in Bloodsport. So the movie, I was completely like in out, because I saw something completely different. I've seen some Kung Fu movie before, but Bruce Lee was also great as an actor. He believed his own way of fighting. He believed his own way of acting. He believed his own... Even though Bruce Lee made those low-budget movies with simple story, it was so intense that he made the movie. You know, today you need a good script to become successful. But with Bruce Lee, the script was following him. That was his power. And his techniques were avant-garde in terms of combat. You know, he was like advanced, like you see today, those MMA fights. He was doing projection, he was doing keys, he was doing everything. He was really complete. He grew up with me in my heart. I was shocked when he died because something was missing in my heart. I think he really helped me to become what I became today, because 20 years later, the Jean-Claude Van Damme wave came in. And I found my own style, but he truly helped me to become what I am today. And you know, people always make fun about Asian people. They have not enough power, they're not this, they're not that, because I knew Joe Lewis, Bill Wallace, and all those fighters, Dominique Valera. But Bruce Lee was just a mountain of power, a mountain of charisma, a mountain of generosity, and he played in those movies where he always saved the situation. And what was nice about Bruce Lee, he was always kind of a virgin. He was never involved into a love story. He was always very proper and clean to the audience. Because of his physical condition, you know, when you saw the movie, I believe it was Big Boss, when he got, you know, and he showed his back, I said, wow, that's the first time, you know, it was Tarzan, it was Charles Bronson, but he was the first guy to be the Rambo of Asia, because when he took his shirt and he was cut and everything, it was just like he was just a phenomenon. And I'm proud that I'm able to talk to him in front of you, the audience, and I'm proud to tell you that Bruce Lee will always be the one who grew in my heart, and I'm proud also to tell you that that it's good for a movie star to admit, to have a person, a persona in front of you, a person to look at, to become better than better. So I want to say thank you to Bruce Lee. I want to say thank you to his way of fighting. I want to say thank you to his acting. I want to say thank you to his beautiful, I want to say thank you to nature, of how his face and his body was put together, his emotion. He was just the only one who was the only one. So again and again, Bruce Lee, thank you. And this is coming from my heart and soul, and you made me a better person in the world of martial art, and also in the world of being just human, a normal guy. Thank you to family. Thank you.